awakening through food. Hey everyone, this is the Earth Puzzle channel. Welcome to this space. This channel is dedicated to planetary liberation and collective awakening. And this playlist, the Bioregenesis playlist, or the Bioregenesis playlists are dedicated to all things holistic health. All right. So, awakening through food. Um, so it is clearly seen that today's food industry is an absolute horror. There's no denying it. And when you look around yourself and when you look around the actual state of humanity, especially I'm not gonna say elderly because I have another concept of being old or what is old actually, but people who are like above 60, 70, 80 years and who have been following the standard diet, the standard diet. In the word diet, there is die, to die, right? So it's not a coincidence. And today's diet or today's food, especially now, ever since the industrialization, it's an absolute death culture. It's an absolute self-suicide, and there's just no point in denying it or arguing about it. So today's food industry is killing all of us, not only those who are consuming it, but it's also killing nature, it's killing animals as well, it's killing mother nature. And what I meant by awakening through food or awakening through being conscious about what you eat and of your health and how your health and what you eat actually obviously connects to each other is I meant that when someone starts to be conscious in one area of life, or when someone starts to be conscious about the food industry, what it does, the plasticity, the poisonousness of it, then for most people, hopefully, it's going to lead to another level of awakening, like a general awakening, or generally being conscious about getting much more aware, being able to face much more the actual situation, what we have here in terms of food or nutrition or the lack thereof. So I'm not going to go into very deep in how symbolic this whole thing, food and eating, is when it comes to our global satanic system and this whole antichrist evil invaded realm that we are in. But it's very deep and it's very bad. The whole things of like the phenomena of eating and how we are forced to eat, what we are forced to eat, how much we are forced to eat, and just the whole thing that surrounds eating, the phenomena of eating is huge. And of course, I'm going to explain these in later videos. But the point is that the awakening process is different for everyone, but for most people, not most people, but a lot of people, it starts with being conscious of their health because their body just cannot take it anymore. Our body has to endure so many heinous things that after a point there, the body just says, okay, stop, I cannot deal with this anymore. And then a huge health crisis come. Someone has to make themselves all the way, like cancerous, or stage 4, I don't know what, but seriously, or diabetes. Lots of people, unfortunately, because they are very, like, they are unconscious, unaware, unawake, not soul embodied, the lots of people need like a huge lighting strike to their being in order to get them really wake up and really like embody their true soul spirit self. So for a lot of people, the broader, general, all-encompassing awakening starts with the health, with the food crisis, and I mean with the food topic, how we eat, getting more conscious of our health, and then because everything connects to itself and everything is leading back to the same evil force that has infected all areas of our life. So when the saying that goes like this, all road leads to Rome, it's actually pretty true. All road leads to the same evil empire, to be honest, of which one center is Rome and the Satanic Vatican. So um, so yeah, I just wanted to dedicate this video into this phenomena, the awakening through food, or the awakening through getting conscious of our health. And lots of people, sleeping people, unaware people, who are still slaves to the matrix, still slaves to the mind control. Lots of people, I just realized recently that they in order to avoid the necessity of coming conscious, or the necessity of becoming alive, becoming responsible, of waking up spiritually, a lot of people intentionally remain completely unconscious, stick to their unhealthy things, stick to their pre-programmed unhealthy lifestyle, because if they would start to be conscious on one area of life, then the chain reaction would start, and they are actually subconsciously, intentionally avoiding their becoming aware process. So yeah, this is a nasty psychological phenomena. So, right now, the holistic health industry is becoming, or it already is, more than a $1 trillion business. So, it means that people are actually waking up. The whole holistic health, the whole, vegetarian, vegan, plant based, raw, juicing, fasting, it really is getting traction and getting bigger every year. So it is actually a good thing. What is a bad thing, that so far, that well, one thing that is a bad thing about it is that, of course, the beast, the AI system, or in other words, the evil forces, the darkness, the antichrist, it still wants to control this movement, as it like it wants to control everything. So there's still, and it wants to like hijack and derail everything. And up until now, very few people has originated, or health issues, or 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 our food industry, so to its main original evil. So that is actually, as we know, that they are like alien forces from other planets and systems. So up until now, even though the holistic health industry is big and is growing big, but it's still being sort of under control. It's still being compartmentalized, meaning a whole is being cut to pieces, and there's very, very few holistic health practitioners on any area who would clearly be able to state out loud and articulate the real causes and effects. Where does the food industry come from? Where does the I mean, where does the force that is poisoning the food industry comes from? So yeah, that's one thing, to start to get conscious about like facts that are completely obvious, such as the food industry being a huge like a poison machine. But then naturally, organically, like then we ask the next question. Okay, we see that this is bad and poisonous, but who is doing it and what? And it's not the government. That it goes much higher up, much higher, and much deeper, darker down. So I want to help with these missing pieces of knowledge, of galactic and cosmic knowledge, that is absolutely necessary if we want to understand who did this to our health and why. All right. So I think this is enough for now. I created an enormously valuable, insanely good, seriously, it's very it's a very good 6-part mini video series about holistic health and how to heal yourself through holistic health and or a raw or plant-based lifestyle or diet. All right, so you can download it in the description. And I also am running my own Bioregenesis mentor group. It's my third mentor group. The first two is already running, and this I'm going to open in March, in the next coming new year, the real new year, the organic natural new year, that is in March after the equinox. And yeah, or solstice. So yeah, you can check it out. It's in the description, and it's basically a holistic health mentor group that covers the most necessity, a lot of area of real holistic health. I've been doing health mentoring and personal training for like 16 years now, always with some different area of focus. Sometimes my deep focus was physical health, like stretching movement. Sometimes my focus was emotional health, mental health, spiritual health, knowledge health. So true holistic health is like an enormous multi-dimensional tree growing into all directions in all places and spaces. And yeah, it's big. So, and I'm interested in all of it. So my focus is right now is actually fasting, plant-based and plant-based and raw healing. I mean healing by raw foods, juices, as well as I'm going very heavy into anti-parasite and anti-candida protocols and studies, because that's a huge key in our health. So there's pointless to skip it. It's like a basic building block, the whole anti-parasite thing. So yeah, that's what I wanted to share for now. So don't forget to check out the video series about bioregenesis, holistic health, mini guidebook, and the mentor group if you want help with your own healing and just do it together in a group setting. And yeah, it's a super well pre-planned and constructed and structured build group that I want to be like really one of a kind, and something that's truly complete and doesn't just focus and compartmentalize itself on like one tiny area. All right, so yeah, subscribe and like this video, share anything you want to, and um, push the little notification button if you are interested in topics like that, like this. And you should be, because after your own personal health, or in the soul development phase, after you got your own personal health sort of right, then comes the greater health, right? And such as nature, being conscious of her. So we have a lot of things to heal and clear this lifetime and the coming lifetimes, because certain forces have really really messed up this place and its inhabitants, and it's just undeniable. All right, so see you in the next video.